Muted. Good morning, Patriots. This is Mike Cook coming to you live from Central Missouri. I hope you're having a great day today. It is Monday, and it's going to feel like a Monday today. So what's breaking? What's happening? I'm sure all of y'all that are on my side of persuasion, not communists, basically, said, what the heck is going on? As the news was breaking yesterday evening that Trump has distanced himself, the media is calling it a disruption in the Trump legal team. Dun, dun, dun. News at 11. It's going down. Trump is over. How many times have they said Trump is over in the last 4 years? Like, isn't that every day something new? It's Monday, something new. I got a friend. He'll tell you, it's Monday, something new. By Friday, it'll be something else. But I digress. So what's going on with Sidney Powell? What's happening? What is this all about? Why is Trump distancing himself? And if you take a look at the statement that came out, this is it. Let me blow up my screen so I can see what it says. It says Trump legal statement or Trump campaign statement on legal team. Sidney Powell is practicing law on her own. She is not a member of the Trump legal team. She is also not a lawyer for the president in his personal capacity. Rudy Giuliani, attorney for President Trump. Jenna Ells, Trump campaign senior legal advisor, attorney for President Trump, blah, blah, blah. That's the statement. And that's got the media all in a tizzy. They are all upset. But I'm going to tell you something. I want to explain. There's a reason for this. This is part of the game. This is not, it isn't that. You got to understand how the game's played. Trump is not only trying to take down this international cabal of conspirators, but he's trying to win this fraudulent, stolen election. And it's politics. What's about to happen this week is going to cause the circular firing squad that is the Republican Party to activate. Okay? Understand that something big is coming. That's what I was telling all my friends. Before I had any of the information, people were sending me messages, and I was saying to them, something big is coming. This is a precursor for something big. So what's going on? What's going to happen? First of all, let me give you what's going on here. This is the article from the Gateway Pundit, and this came out. It said Cindy is staying the course to prove that massive deliberate election fraud. Attorney Sidney Powell was immediately suspended by Twitter, but she released statements to other sources. As soon as this happened, Twitter suspended her account for 12 hours. So she couldn't respond. Well, what's the deal with that? I haven't got my head wrapped around how Twitter's involved with this, but that's immediately what happened. They wanted to prevent her from being able to respond. So let me see here. Okay, this is Powell's statement right here. Let me pop this. Let me get this big so I can read it. This is Powell speaking through somebody else on Twitter. I agree with the campaign statement that I am not part of the campaign's legal team. I never signed a retainer agreement or sent the president or the campaign a bill for my expenses or fees. My intent has always been to expose all the fraud I can find. And she goes on to say, as I pull this up, I believe there's a couple here in this feed, and let the chips fall where they may, whether upon, this is important, Republicans or Democrats. The evidence I am compiling is overwhelming that the software tool was used to shift millions of votes from President Trump from President Trump and other Republican candidates to Biden and other Democrat candidates. So this is getting pretty huge here. And then I think this is hers too. Hold on. It's so small I can't see. We are proceeding to prepare our own lawsuit. This is her lawsuit on behalf of the American people and plan to file it this week. It will be epic. We will not allow this great republic to be stolen by communists from within or from without or within, or votes be altered and manipulated by foreign actors. So this is where Sidney Powell is coming from. Now that I kind of looked around on the see what else I could find. This just popped up in a tweet, and I just wanted to share this. It's from Major Patriot. It says The Tucker was right. He's talking about a comment that Tucker made while he was bashing Sidney Powell. People bailing on Sidney Powell right now will be proclaiming her as an American hero by the end of the week, and they'll say that they've always supported and believed in her. Of course, he ends with, useless, get out of my foxhole. I can agree. I can hear my father-in-law saying that exact same thing, by the way. So what's going on? Why? What's happening here? Okay. I got some video clips I want to play. And then I'll give you my opinion what's happening, and I'll add some more evidence to my opinion, okay? And again, everything I say is my opinion. And if you don't like it, I don't care, because I get entitled to my opinion, you're entitled to yours. Isn't that wonderful? It's called America, freedom, for now. We'll talk about that too. Freedom is on the precipice. So let me load up, let me queue up this. This is from this morning on Newsmax. A guy was talking to the guy on Newsmax, and they were talking about Powell. This was an insider. His name was hold on. I don't remember what his name is. I'll get it here in a second. But anyways, I just want you to hear this, and then they're going to comment on this. This is Sidney Powell, and then they're going to comment on it. Okay, so just listen close.
Georgia. Let's take a listen to this first soundbite here from Saturday night. Just to clarify, you're saying that Governor Kemp, who's been a longtime ally of the president, is directly involved because of financial benefit in the conspiracy to defeat the president in Georgia?
We have certainly been told that there is evidence of that, and would warrant an investigation if anybody were actually going to do an honest investigation.
What more could you tell us about that alleged conspiracy? Is the governor involved?
I can't give you any more details on that now, but it would certainly warrant an investigation. If it had been reported to me as a law enforcement officer, I would be investigating it steadfastly.
Okay, what she said there, if you couldn't hear it, because I know it's hard to hear, was that she is implicating, she doesn't come right out and say it, but if you read between the lines, the governor, the Republican Trump supporter governor of Georgia, that is huge. That is part of this separation. Understand, this is their commentary on that on Newsmax.
Look, Rob, on the one hand, this is serious stuff. This is the lawyers representing the president of the United States working on his behalf, making allegations across the board, many of which seem fanciful to say the least. But others, as you pointed out, are ones that are similar to past election challenges. In that case, a lot of Republicans have said to me that crossed the line for them. This is the Republican governor of Georgia, has been an ally of the president. There's, of course, the runoff going on in Georgia that is so crucial to both parties to determine who controls the Senate come January. And in the case of making an accusation like that without evidence against the presidential ally, for many Republicans, that suggested not just a problem as a one-off, but while this is serious business, there is a comical aspect to this. To have someone who says she's representing the president and his interests go after one of his allies in one of the most important states, the most important state on the political map right now. Some Republicans found that horrifying, sometimes it's comical.
Because that was Mark Halpern, Halperin. He's a Republican insider. Mind you, I said Republican insider. This is important on what he said. The Republicans, because it's about Republicans and Democrats. Whoa, what's that going on here? Let me get rid of that. It's about Republicans and Democrats, not about America and freedom. You see what's going to happen this week when this starts coming out, when she presents this case, when Republicans start getting caught up in this Dominion scandal, is that the Republicans are all going to turn on Trump. So Trump's pulling away to give some distance between him and Sidney Powell so she can go ahead and do this. I heard someone say today that you got Rudy Giuliani, and he's trying to chop down the branches of this tree to get it before the Supreme Court so they can win this election, where Susan Powell's down at the bottom trying to chop the whole damn tree down. You got to understand that Trump has to still play the politics side of this. So that's what that's about. So let me let me scroll down here and find it. Hopefully I can get it right here. So let me just give you just a tidbit more information on what may be coming in this next few days. Not only from the Trump campaign and some of their lawsuits, but the stuff that's happening in Georgia is freaking huge. I got to take another sip. Take a sip of your coffee on me, why don't you? Enjoy. So here we go. This come out. This is a tweet for just somebody that's down in the area. I don't know this person, but it sure does make sense to me. It says, be on the watch for two-fisted slam that happens in Georgia courts tomorrow. Dominion Canyon is loaded and will blow up in Judge Brand's court, as well as the newest findings of thousands of early absentee votes cast by voters whose registered addresses are actually P.O. boxes disguised. Before I go on, let me add, we have sitting congressmen in Georgia, Democrats, saying, Stacey Abrams saying, move to Georgia and file and register to vote. That the commentary in what you just heard in that clip I just played is, we've got to win the Senate seat. We got to win the Senate seat. Let me tell you something. If Donald Trump doesn't win, if this Dominion stuff is not exposed, we're not winning the Senate seats. They'll just cheat again. We have to stop the cheating. We have to. Okay, it goes further on to say, what do I mean? Thousands of ballots listed as P.O. boxes, but what do I mean? Thousands of ballots listed as P.O. boxes, but they insert a suite or an apartment or a unit to give the appearance of physical address as required by Georgia law. Also, rental boxes at UPS and FedEx locations and even private mailbox stores disguised as box numbers the same way. This is the reason the governor has reversed his prior position and is calling for an audit. The governor was for certifying this election in Georgia, but all of a sudden he changed his mind. I wonder why. There are records to be introduced into court court records showing that mass block rental of P.O. boxes and private commercial boxes. It goes on. Let me pull it up here. It takes a second with this software. And let's see. Those lists are the stores listed. And so you got Mail Stop, UPS. Those are the numbers. 13 locations, Mail Center, etc. 10 locations. Mailboxes Unlimited, 9 locations. Hammy Post, 7 locations. MCS Executive Suites and Business Centers, Mailbox Centers, LLC, and XPO Logistics. They've all maxed out their inventory in the last 90 days to people who voted in this election. Georgia Code, Title 21, Elections, Chapters 2, Elections, Article 15, Miscellaneous Offenses. False registration is a felony. Upon conviction, shall be sentenced to prison for no less than 1 year, no more than 10, and fined not to exceed $100,000 or both. Understand, this is a felony in Georgia, as it probably is just about every other state in the union. Now, here's where it gets serious. This is systematic and organized. It is not individuals doing this. Stacey Abrams better be lawyered up, because the financials point directly to Fair Fight PAC and Act Blue. Act Blue. Act Blue. Do you remember that if you went to Black Lives Matters and you tried to donate to Black Lives Matters, it would take you to Act Blue? That's the DNC. Do not conflate mailing addresses with physical assets. By law, the voter registration must include a physical address, and these rented P.O. boxes are disguised as residential addresses, not mailing addresses. On the voter registration application, they disguise it by putting apartment or something like that. This is what's happening in Georgia today. This is why Sydney Powell has to pull herself away, or Trump has to pull himself away from Sidney Powell. There has to be separation. Politically, there has to be separation. You understand? As this starts coming out, the Republicans are going to join in the circular fire squad. They're going to be the Republicans. I'm saying this again. The Republicans, Chris Christie, The Republicans are going to be coming after Trump. He's got to give distance so that he can say, I'm not doing that. That's Sidney Powell. What are you worried about if you haven't done anything wrong? There has been no tweets on this subject at all from Trump. You got to listen to the Kim Clement prophecies on that. That's a straight out of the prophecy. So what I'm saying to you is not to worry. Not to worry, because we're coming. Hold the line, friends. If you're with me on this, hold the line. Hold the line. I've heard that this week. I said it myself, just throwing it out there in one of my videos. And then my wife pointed out to me that there was other preachers saying that same thing. And then I heard someone else say, I heard even Kim Clement's organization, his daughter has an organization. She was talking the other day about holding the line. Hold the line. We have to hold this line. We have to hold this line. The bonsai charge is coming very soon. We have to hold this line. And now, why do we have to hold this line? Because of this. This is off of Fox News, and this is the dream team for the Biden administration. Just look at that. Ilhan Omar's Homeland Security. Just think about the implication. Let's see Tlaib as Department of Justice. Elizabeth Warren as Secretary of Treasury. Bernie Sanders as Defense Secretary. I don't know if this is going to happen, but people like them are going to get in. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that right there? That's what we're getting to, folks. Got to hold this line. And let me tell you something else. You can tell a lot about how good you're doing by what your enemy is doing and what your enemy is saying. And I have been following and predicting and talking about this particular website for weeks now. I predicted that after the election that these people were going to act up. I predicted they were going to go nuts, but they changed their stance. See, they got what they wanted. They got their declared president, okay? Declared president, not actual president, just declared. But I just want to show you something. So I was praying this morning, as I do every morning. I read a couple chapters and then I pray. And I'm no theologian. I'm no prophet. I'm no preacher. I'm just an average dude with a barely substandard education. But as I was praying, and I was praying about our country, and I was praying about, it came to me, there's a reason. If you go to protecttheresults.com, there's a reason that they've moved. Now, what this is on the screen, this is, let's see, this is Rockville. I think this is up in Seattle, this one. No, this is DC area. It says right there, Protect the Results DC. What this is their website, okay? You go to their website, you can read their propaganda, you can listen to what they're saying, but you can go to their website and you can see this, okay? But what this is, okay, this is their planned protest to protect the result. In their own literature on this page, they say, Trump's refusing to step down and concede, so we're going to take to the streets in peaceful protesting. You know, like they peacefully protested after the mega rally the other day. Peaceful protests. Okay. They've moved this day to December 1st for a reason. You see, you can understand a lot about what's going on, but seeing what your enemy's moves are. Yes, we have plans. Yes, we have this figured out. Yes, Donald Trump has got it. Yes, I believe God is in control. And even if he isn't, I'm still standing and holding the line. But understand what your enemy has planned. This is important. They understand what's coming. They know that this facade, that this fraud, that this crap will not hold water. They know that when it gets out of the lower level courts that they control, that Donald Trump has placed over 300 judges across this, I don't know, maybe more than that, but a lot of judges across this country at the intermediate court level, at the federal court level, okay, For the last several years, they've been loading up judges across this country. They know that when it gets out of the state courts that they control and up to these intermediate courts and even the Supreme Courts, they're going to lose. That this thing is a fraud and it's going to come out. They know it. And they know that it's going to take the month of November to do it. So why do I bring that up? This is why. They have planned for December 1st, and December 1st is a Tuesday, to release their minions. We released the Kraktens, they're going to release their minions. They're going to fight back in several places around. This is just, it'll go there. Go to this website. They got an interactive map. These are the places that they say they're going. This is just, I just pulled a few of them off and screenshot them. There's hundreds and hundreds for December 1st. Understand, they know this is a fraud. They know this won't stand. They know it's going to get overthrown when it finally gets up to the higher courts. And they're coming after you. Be prepared. This is not my words. Go to their website. Read their words. This is their words. I just screenshot a couple of cities across the country. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of these on the interactive map. Go for yourself, because this is what we're fighting for. Let that sink in. And understand, we have to hold this line. We have to hold this line. This is not just a court fight. This is a political fight. This is a civil war. This is a world war. There are foreign actors involved. Mark my words, when this all comes out, Republicans and Democrats alike are going to get caught in it. Kim Clement, I tried to find the video, but I didn't. It was running out of time and I wanted to go live. But Kim Clement said, highly embarrassed, this is several years ago, highly embarrassing moments for the Democrats in the upcoming elections. And the Republicans will be shaken. That both sides are going to get caught up in this. Both sides were using the Dominion machine. Dominion does not care who wins. They just got paid to make sure someone won. Understand what I'm saying to you. Sidney Powell is going to chop this tree down from the bottom. When this is all said and done, she will either be an American hero or locked up in prison. Just depends on who wins. And if she's locked up in prison, my friends, where will I be? Where will you be? I hope the rest of your day is great. I hope you got the popcorn out, because it's going to get exciting. As the media heads explode with what's about to happen, be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared for it, because the other side's not going to sit around idle. They're going to do their part. And we all seen what they did all summer long. Just be prepared. Thanks for watching my video. Share it if you think somebody else needs to hear this. And I think a lot of people need to hear what's going on. You guys have a great day. As soon as I know more, I'll let you know. Talk to y'all later.